Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Say Yes by Michelle Williams. And we end up cabling this on first fret to kind of match the recording, but walk through a couple things in reposition. And there's this cool little intro part actually where you kind of hear this little melody come out of in the keyboard part, kind of second on the D, third on the D, 4 on the D, open G, first fret on the G, second fret on the G, third fret on the G, open B, and then to first fret on the B. So it's a little chromatic idea, kind of 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2, 3, oh, 1, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C. And you could back that up with a third fret on the A string bass note. And I'm kind of doing this hybrid picking. I'm using my picking a finger for the lick, but kind of doing the 3 and 2 together to start, and then kind of following that lick. And another one on the third fret on the G randomly. So I'm going E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, and then adding in that C note again on the A string for the third on the B, or the third on the G string, so B flat note, and then open B, and then first fret on the B. Or you could add extra basses to that too. It might be kind of cool. So now I'm kind of just playing a lot of that A string on the third fret with those notes. Or you could back it up with a C major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second fret, third finger on the A string third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on lifting off the first finger and making that a C major 7, or adding in the pinky on the B string third for a C major 9 and kind of saying some stuff around it. Or another way to play C major 9, you'll be doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for the C major. And through that, actually a couple different strummings you may want to think about through the tune. You could do kind of a down count on it, kind of C, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or that may even kind of help kind of working those notes around the C. 2, 3, 4, open, 1, 2, 3, oh, 1. Or you could use a strum pattern. My favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So we took the C and just try that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. Or for myself, what was feeling really good is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I think really kind of matches the tune is a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you take the C and do a down on 1 and an up on 4, you have kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, down, 1, down, 1, down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up, 1, up. And then on the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, down. So all together, you got down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, down. You can kind of try and move that leg. Kind of through the C chord on that too. And then from there we go into our main chorus idea. And our main chorus starts on an F major chord. And normally you do this as a first fret bar. I'll talk about some easier ways to do this. But then second finger on the G string second, third finger on the A third fret, pinky on the D third fret. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an F major bar chord and it sounds really happy. And a good substitute for that can be an F major song, where you can do first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second, third finger on the D third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord and it sounds really groovy happy. Or you might want to dig on an F major 13 by doing first finger on the G second, second finger on the D third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, kind of working that figure out. And then from the F we'd be going to a G, back to the C chord, and then we go to a G major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. If you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on put the third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third, and kind of work on that for your G major. And then from the G we go back to our C. And if you're doing the down count, actually, you may want to do kind of a 3 on the F, and then a 5 on the C, 3 on the G, 5 on the C. So F 1, 2, 3, C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, G 1, 2, 3, C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you're doing the down, down, up, you may want to do the F with the down, and then go to the C for the up, up, down, up. And then the G for a down, down. And then back to the C for the up, up, down, up. So you got F, down, down, C on the up, down, G, down, down, C on the up, down, F, down, down, C on the down, G, down, down, C on the down, Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you can do the F for the down, up, and then go to the C for the down, up, down, down, up. And then go to the G for a down, up, and then go back to the C for the down, up, down, down. So F, down, up, C, G, up, C, F, up, C, G, up, C. And then from there, we'll be repeating that until we get into our verse. And we end up repeating that progression 3 times, and then we kind of do our F to the C idea. And then you'll hear this awesome bass line come in where you can play third on the A, first on the A, 4 on the low E, and then third fret on the low E. So we're kind of playing a C note to a B flat note, to an A flat note, to a G note. And if you wanted to back that up with chords, you could start on the C major, but then for the B flat note, you could use a B flat major chord by doing the first fret bar, and then third finger over the D, G, and B string. This is kind of a bar B flat major if you kind of dig on that. You may also dig on a B flat major 7 by doing second finger on the G second, third finger on the D, third fret, pinky on the B string, third fret. You kind of working that for the B flat. Or you may want to work just a B flat 5 power chord. Kind of first finger on the A second or first fret, third finger on the D string, third fret for B flat 5. And then for the A flat note, you may want to back that up. You could back it up with an A flat major chord, kind of the first fret bar on 4th fret, second finger on the G on the 5th fret, third finger on the A6, pinky on the D6. Kind of working that for your A flat major. Or if you're just new to bars and you want to try and avoid them, you could work just the power chord idea, kind of just first finger on the low E 4th, third finger on the A6th. So kind of working that C, D flat, and actually you can even do the C as a power chord. Kind of first finger on the A third, third finger on the D 5th fret for C5, B flat 5, A flat 5, and then we end up going to the G note, but now you may want to back that up with a G minor chord. And actually, if you're digging on that 4-finger G major, one way to kind of fake that actually would be kind of doing the first finger is just a muting idea on the A string. So it's a really big G5, and you can use that to kind of substitute for it. Or you could do this as a 3rd fret bar, third finger on the A5th, pinky on the D5th for G minor. Or you may dig on lifting the pinky and making that a G minor 7, adding in the pinky on the B string 6 for a G minor 7. Or you use just the power chord part, just the low E third, third finger on the A on the 5th fret for a G5. So you could kind of follow that bass line with just the power chords. C5, D flat 5, A flat, G5. And then from there, then we go into kind of this cool progression that kind of becomes our main bridge later on, where we do the A flat major, and then we go to the F, but we go to an F minor chord. And this is kind of weird. If you're digging on the 1st fret bar, what you could do is kind of lift off the 2nd finger. That's a dangerous finger to lift. But that makes an F minor chord. Or you could lift off the pinky and make that an F minor 7. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 4th fret. Or if you want to avoid the bar chords, you could work just the F5 power chord, and that could definitely work for that too. And then from the F minor, then we go back to G minor, and then we go to a C major chord. But on the C, you'll kind of hear the low E string in the bass, and that's something called C/E, or C major chord with the E in the bass. Or you may even dig on taking the pinky and adding it in on the G string 3rd fret, and making that a C7. So me kind of dig on that too. Kind of walking into our bridge part. So at the very end of our bridge, or very end of our verse, we have that hit, that C major, B flat, A flat, G minor, to lead us into our bridge part, where we got kind of A flat, F minor, G minor, C7, A flat, F minor, another G minor, another G minor. From there, then we'll be repeating those parts with some variations through the song. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on a C major chord, they're starting on a D flat major chord. So play along with the recording, you want to take a capo and put it on first fret, and now your C is really a D flat major, and your F is really a G flat major, and your G major is really an A flat major, and when we get to it, the B flat major is really a B major, the A flat is really an A major, the G minor is really a G sharp minor, and the F minor is really a F sharp minor. But to take it from the very, very beginning, we kind of have that C with that intro lick, and you could even follow just that lick, kind of working the chromatic idea, or you could add the basses to that, or you may just want to kind of strum through the C chord, kind of C with the downs, or the down, down, up, up, down, up, or you can pick up the 16th. To add to a song like this too is bass notes, and a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, up, down, you throw the bass for the chord. So on the C you'd have the A for the bass, on the F bar you'd have low E for the bass, on the F minor you'd have low E for the bass, on the D string or the F major so you'd have the D for the bass, on the A flat major, which is now 5th fret bar, you'd have the low E string for the bass, on the G minor, which is now a 4th fret bar, you'd have the low E for the bass, and on the C you'd have the A for the bass. So if we tried that through our intro part, you could work it with a bass down, up, down, up on the C chord. If you kind of dig on that, bass down, up, down, C with an A bass. Or you can try and kind of move through that lick, and kind of dig on that. Or you could work your 16th idea. C. Oh, and this is cool. Yeah, you could do it as a bass, up, bass, up, down, digging on the basses. So we're going to kind of play around with basses there. And then from there, then we go into kind of our main intro progression, which becomes our first chorus, where we got kind of that F, C, G, C, or the F, down, C on the up, down, G, down, C on the up, or if you're digging on the 16ths, up, C, G, C, or if you're digging on the basses, you can make it an F with a bass, down, C on the up, down, G with a bass, down, C on the up, down, F with a bass, down, C on the up, down, G with a bass, down, C on the up, down, or you can work the 16th and do kind of your bass, up on the first chord, bass, up, down, on the next chord. It's kind of F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C, and then from that chorus, then we go into our verse part. So we have and you can really work that with any of those ways too. Kind of F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C. We got our F, C, then we got our big hit, C, B flat, A flat, G, to lead into kind of our verse tag or pre-chorus, what becomes our bridge later, where we got A flat, F minor, G minor, and then you may want to work the low E string for the bass on the C chord. And that's a little weird, that's a C7/E, and then A flat, F minor, G minor, and then another G minor. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, then you'd have the A flat, F minor, G minor, C7, back to our F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C, or if you do on the 16th, F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C. And from there we'll be going into our next verse. So F, C, A-flat, G minor to lead into our next pre-chorus bridge part. So we're going to A-flat, minor, F minor, G minor, C flat, A-flat, F minor, G minor, G minor. And then from there, we go into kind of our chorus. And this is a little weird. We end up doing our chorus 7 times. And then we do kind of our F, C, and then do our hits at the very end. Kind of like a verse progression, actually. But it's all around the chorus words. So we got F, C, G, C, F, C, G, C. 3 times. F, C, G, C. And then 4th time. A-flat, G minor to lead into our full bridge part. And now we end up kind of mixing up our progression. We do the first 4 chords 3 times and then kind of go into our last tag. So we're going to A-flat, F minor, G minor, C, A-flat, F minor, G minor, C, A-flat, F minor, G minor, C section, A-flat, F minor, and then G minor, or G minor. And then from there we go into almost kind of an intro return. Actually, you kind of hear that lick. Or you may want to back that up with just the C chord, kind of working just the strumming. C. Or randomly, if you want to build up a lot of energy to go into that last chorus, you may want to gravitate towards just down. Might be kind of a cool idea. Build up a lot of energy to go into our last chorus. Now we're back to our F, C. Other licks around these chords too, feel free to take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. Working hammer-ons into chords can be cool. Pull off some. So you want to kind of mix it up, and then we just repeat that for our outro at the very end. And I want to end on a good sequel. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Say Yes by Michelle Williams. So good luck.